Hi guys, welcome to our today e-revision English class. We will welcome our teachers Muthu Kumaran Karubiao.
All right. Excuse me. All right. Okay. Very good evening to all of you. All right. So let's continue. Let's begin. Let's start. All right. Okay. So as you all know that from last week, right? Okay, we were focusing on this paper one. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go paper by paper. Right. Okay. Step by step. Right. Okay. As you all know, I mentioned previously. Okay. So today we will try to finish this paper one, right? Okay, which is reading and use of English, right? Okay. Maybe we're not going to focus on all the questions. Maybe we will do one or two questions. Then after that, we will just quickly move on because if time permits, I'm thinking of, looking into paper two as well, which is writing. Okay. I'm sure, all right, okay, a skill that all of you like a lot, right? Okay, I'm sure, right? Okay, so writing, okay, when it comes to writing, like students all, they all have a problem, right? Okay, they do not like, right? Okay, the least liked, right? Okay, skills, right? Okay, least like skill, right? Okay, among all the skills, like from the feedback I got from the students, all right, of course, writing will be always at the bottom, right? Okay, compared to listening, speaking, right? Okay, reading, and so on, right? Okay. All right, so we don't want to waste time, right? Okay, so I just want to, just give a quick review on what we are doing, right? Okay, in case if there is, like a new student, right? Okay, anyone new here today, right? Okay, just want to give a quick review. Then after that, we will just straight away go to, like our revision today, right? Okay, so we are focusing on revision. We are focusing on answering techniques, what we're supposed to do and everything, isn't it? Right? Okay. So, so as you all know, right? Okay, this is a new format, right? Okay, in 2021, right? Okay, and is what you call this collaborated to the CEFR, which is Common European Frame of Reference. Okay, so if anyone here has taken Cambridge exams, I think you all will be very, very familiar with this particular format. But in case if you have not taken, right, okay, Cambridge exam, it will be something new. But if you ask me, guys, girls, right, okay, if you want to know my opinion, which format is easier, right? Okay, is it the old one, right? Okay, or this, right, new format? I would say that this format is easier, right? Okay, this format is easier, right? Okay, though you may think that, like, oh, we have to do speaking, right? Okay, we have to do listening, where in the old format, you don't have to do that, right? Okay, you only have to do oral text, right? Okay, and for speaking, of course. But I do prefer this format because this format will definitely will help you to go to the world, right? Okay, so I think you can better, deal with the world, right? Okay, with this format, right, compared to the old format, right? Okay, and it's easier as well, right? It's easier, right? Why I say that? While we go along, right, okay, you will see that it is easier, right? Okay, this particular format, right? Okay, all right, so you have 4 papers in this format, right? Okay, paper 1, which is reading and use of English. Okay, then you have paper 2, writing, right? Paper 3, speaking, right? Okay, and paper 4, listening, right? Okay, so what I am doing here is, like I am intend to go, like one paper by one paper, right? Okay, so I already explained the format and everything, right? Okay, in previous classes, but right, okay, while we are going through one paper after another, we do look at the format as well, right? Okay, along the way we will look at the format as well, right? Okay, so if anyone is new and you have no idea what I'm talking about, right? Okay, don't worry. While we are going through, right? Okay, I'm sure you will somehow catch up, right? Okay, and in case if you have any doubts, right, okay, anything to ask, any question whatsoever, don't feel shy, right? Okay, when it comes to two things in life, we should not be feel embarrassed, isn't it? Right? Okay, what is that? Of course, one is learning, another one is eating, right? Okay, these two things you should not feel embarrassed in life, right? Okay, when you are hungry, you must eat. So when you want to learn, you should ask questions, right? Okay, you have all the rights in the world to ask questions, and I am more than happy to explain everything to you all, right? Okay, all right, without wasting time, right? Okay, let's go to paper one. Okay, so last week we already gone through, right? Okay, a few parts, all right? Okay, part one and part two, right? Okay, so we try to go to part three, but insufficient time, right? Okay, it didn't allow us to go through that, right? Okay, so we will continue with that, right? Okay, before we go to part three, of course, I would like to, like along the way, I would like to give a little bit of review so that to give a picture that you all know what is like in paper one, what you can find in paper one, right? Okay, what are the things that you can find in paper one, right? Okay, so once we finish with this paper one, right? Okay, I hope we can go to paper two, right? Okay, I hope we can go to paper two, right? Okay, paper two will take a little bit of time because we are dealing with writing, right? Okay, it's a skill that you all know, right? Okay, which is very difficult, right? Okay, for students, right? Normally, right? Okay, all right. Just hold on, right? All right. Okay. All right. So SPM paper one, right? Reading and use of English, right? Okay. So is there any difference between this, reading and use of English and then also the old one? Well, there is, okay, but some of it I think you are familiar with, right? Okay, it's not a big problem, right? Okay, there will be something new, right? Okay, one or two parts will be new for you. So if you have any question, just kindly ask me, right? Okay, all right. So so paper one, okay, reading and use of English, right? Okay, you will have around 5 parts, right? Okay, in this one, right? Okay, and the part one here, right? Okay, you have 3 options, MCQ questions, right? Okay, so question 1 to 8, right? Okay, last week we already gone through all this, right? Okay, last week we already gone through all this, so that's why I already revealed the answer, right? Okay, those who are new, don't take it the wrong way, because like if I were to go through again, right? Okay, it's like kind of redundant, and it's kind of like repetition, so I don't want to do that, right? Just in case if you are not here last week, so while I'm going through this one, you just take a look, right? Okay, I'll just give a little bit of a picture to you so that you understand what's going on here. So the first part, right? Okay, you have a question, right? Okay, where like is 3 option MCQ questions, right? 3 option MCQ questions, right? Okay, so there'll be a short text will be given there, right? Okay, you have to read them and you have to choose the correct answer or choose the best option here, right? Okay, which is talking about that particular text, right? Okay, so when you're doing this, so I just want to focus on the strategies, right? Okay, the techniques. Okay, that is the most important thing that you all need to know, right? Okay, so when we're talking about this part one, right? Okay, this part one, okay, I just want you guys to focus on, right? Okay, the questions, right? Okay, I know that like traditionally you guys are like being told or being taught by your teacher saying that like whenever it comes to reading, all right, whether it's a short text, whether it's a long text, okay, whether anything, right? Okay, even sometimes like in some exams where they will give this a passage, all right, but the objective of that particular passage is not for you to answer the question but for you to find the vocabulary, right? Okay, so even in that type of question, right? Okay, students like they are used to read, right, reading the what do you call the passage, then only they will go and approach the questions, right? Okay, so what I said to you all that day was, right, okay, last week, right, okay, I told you that, you know, like instead of wasting your time, right, okay, because you see, when it comes to exam, right, okay, time management is very, very important, right? Time management is very, very important. So if you're going to waste your time by reading the text, right, okay, twice, thrice, all right, okay, more than thrice, right, okay, that will be like a disaster actually, if you ask me, right, okay. So you guys are wasting your time. So what do you have to do? Well, just look at the keyword, go to the question, right? Okay, the text is not going to give you mark, right? Okay, when you answer the question, yeah, that's what going to give you mark, right? Okay, so just go to the question. So the purpose of the newspaper report is, right, okay, so you look at the option, right? Okay, so out of the three options, you can take out this one option because you know that, right, okay, that one option will be totally ridiculous or irrelevant, right, not logic, right? Okay, so you can take that out, right? Okay, and the remaining two, right, one will be a distraction. It will be similar to the real answer, right, the correct answer. Another one, of course, will be the correct answer. So you have to eliminate the illogical or the irrelevant option first. Once you're done with that, then after that, the remaining two you have to, you know, check, right? Okay, so this is why I am asking you not to waste your time on the text, all right, the passage, right? Okay, because you guys are wasting too much of time by reading that, right? Okay, I'm asking you to do all this thing, right? Okay, you have to look at the keyword, you have to go and you try to find, you have to scan, you have to skim, right? Okay, and you have to think, right, between these two options, which is possible, which is the answer, right? Okay, in order to do that, right, okay, you require some time, right? Okay, so I am asking you guys to invest your time on that rather than reading the text, all right? Okay, so as you can see there, right? Okay, A, to explain about causes of climate change. All right. Okay. So the purpose, okay, the keyword here is the purpose. All right. Okay, the purpose of the newspaper report. All right. So when you know that the purpose, so they already give you, look at the option A, B, and C. Okay, to explain, to advise, to inform. All right. It's a newspaper report. Okay. So you take a look at the first line, the explain about the causes of climate change. Okay, so the first line here, it says that climate change experts have warned, right? Okay, so they are giving the warning there. So A is saying that explain. Well, it's a total, you know, contradiction there itself, right? Okay, so you already know that A is illogical, right? Okay, the first line's already, you know, like revealed to you that, you know, they are not talking about explanation, they are talking about a warning, isn't it? Right? Okay, so, well, forget about A, right? Okay, look at B and C. To advise readers to be careful because of climate change. Okay, this one, you know, you may be forgiven if you think that, you know, it could be the answer. Why? All right, okay. You look at the second paragraph there. During this monsoon season, we must now collectively recognize. Okay, see the word, the model must, right? Okay, so some of you, you know, may be forgiven thinking that, oh yeah, must. Okay, must is like an advice, right? Okay, yeah, okay, okay, you keep B, right? No problems, right? Okay, C, to inform about the dire effects of climate change. Right? Are they talking about the effects? All right? Are they talking about the effects? You take a look at the damages. All right? Okay. This daily storm are now costlier than ever. There is a future that scientists have long warned. Welcome to the climate crisis. All right. Okay. Yeah, they are talking about, you know, like you see, severe storms and floods and so on. Right. Okay. So the answer is between B and C. Right. Okay. The answer is between B and C. So now, right. Okay. You have to determine. All right. Okay. Whether it's B or C. So how to do that? So you look at, all right, okay, B, all right, advice. Okay, so advice means there should be a lot of advice, right? Okay, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this, you should do that, and so on, isn't it? Right? Okay, so apart from must, right? Okay, I don't see anywhere that, right? Okay, I don't see anywhere that they're saying that, oh, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this, right? Okay, nothing, right? Okay, and honestly speaking, must is not something that we normally use to give advice, right? Okay, must is like a obligation, right? Okay, rather than advice. Okay, you must do this, right? Must is like a responsibility, right? Okay, is an obligation, right? Okay, it's not an advice, right? Advice is mostly because we use, you know, should, right? Okay, you should do this, right? You can't do this, right? Okay, so something like that. So from that, you already know that we are not talking about advice there, right? Okay, so the answer is C. All right, okay, guys. So you see, you barely look at the text, all right, but you manage to find the answer. All right, okay, you barely look at the text. Okay, so this is what I am telling you. So think critically, right? Okay, think critically, right? Okay, don't like stick to this old traditional way of doing things when it comes to reading, where, oh, I will read the text, then I'll answer the question. Yeah, of course, that what traditionally has been said. Yeah, I understand that, but we are living in the 21st century and we can't keep on doing that, right? Okay, that is right. For you guys to know, right? Okay, so that is the first strategy when it comes to part one, right? Okay, so if you look at all these questions, okay, so another question that you can always see, right, okay, in this part one is this, all right, which statement is true about the food review? All right, okay, which statement is true about the food review? So you have to think critically, right? You have to think critically to understand, like what they're talking about there, and you don't need to waste your time by reading the short text. Some may say that, teacher, it's a short text, what's wrong if you read it? Yeah, I understand, right? I understand, but what about the students? All right, okay, let's say they do not have a very good vocabulary, their level of understanding is not that good, right? Okay, let's say, and let's say they read the text twice or thrice and they still don't understand. What they gonna do? Right? Okay, so you have to think about that, isn't it? Right? Okay, so you see, I'm not only worried about students who are really capable, students who are really have a very good understanding, right? Okay, they have very good vocab, fluency, everything, right? Okay, about the language and everything, fine, no problem. But what about the students who don't, right? Okay, they also must have the same amount of chance, right? Okay, like opportunity to answer this question. So that's why I'm telling you this one, right? But if you think that you have a very good level of understanding, there's nothing wrong, you read the text, all right? Okay, that will just only help you to find the answer, right? Okay, all right. So basically, part one is about that, all right? Okay, so as you can see, which of the following is true, right? This particular part is dominated by the question where true, which one is true, right? Okay, so so the notice says what, right? Okay, so you have to scan and everything, right? Okay, so as you can see, same, right? Okay, so that is part one, right? Okay, so part one, so you have to answer the question like that, right? Okay, so done with part one, right? Okay, let's go to part two, right? Okay, so until 8, right? Yeah, 8 questions there, right? Okay, on 3 options MCQ questions. Okay, so which of the following statement is true? All right, okay, all right, guys, let's go to part 2. Okay, so part 2 is something very familiar to all of you, right? Okay, from the old format, right? Okay, which is closed text, right? Okay, so in order to do this, right, okay, I've told you guys that, right? Okay, so what we are looking here, right? Okay, this is the part where use of English, right? Use of English mean we are talking about, of course, grammar, okay, spelling, right, punctuation, right? Okay, all this comes under this, parts of speech, right? Okay, so right, all this comes under here, right? Okay, so this one, right, I'm sure, right, I'm sure that your teacher, like has taught you, right? Okay, previously, right? Right, you guys are very familiar with this particular closed test, right? But one thing I will tell you this is, right, okay, similar, right? Similar. Instead of reading the entire text, right? Okay, just go to that particular question, right? Just go to that particular question. Okay, so you have to look at the word before and the word after the blank. All right, okay, and you also must look at that particular sentence. Why? Sometimes you can find the clue, especially when we are talking about tenses. All right, okay, if you know that particular sentence, okay, in like what tense they are using. So if that particular option, you need to choose answer on tenses, you have to look at the sentence, then only right? Okay, now let's take a look at this 9, 10, 11, right? I know the answers already given, right? Okay, I know the answers already given, right? Okay, but I'm just telling you before we move to part 3, right? Okay, so part 3 is where we stopped last week, right? So we will continue with part 3. So before moving to part 3, so let us focus on part 2 first, right? So that you guys are clear what is part 2 about, right? Okay, so I hope part 1 you all are clear, all right? Okay, so before I start with part 2, okay, anyone here are saying, teacher, can you just go to part 1 again and can you explain a little bit, because we are still not that clear, right? Okay, we are kind of like lost, right? Okay, anyone, or are you all okay? Can we, sink our teeth into this part 2? Okay, guys, you all can tell me in the chat box. Right, part 1. What about part 1? All are clear on part 1, or you want me to go to part 1 again? No, huh? All right, okay. Thank you so much. All right, so since you all are clear with part 1, right? Okay, now we are focusing on part 2, right? Okay, so part 2, you have question 9 until 18. All right, okay. So where you are going to read the text and choose the best word for each space, right? Like I mentioned, so what we are focusing here, use of English, grammar, part of speeches, right? Okay, then you have what you call your punctuation, your what you call your spelling, right? Okay, word formation, right? Okay, everything, right, comes in here, right? Okay, so let's take a look. All right, okay, number 9. So you look at this one, right? Okay, races. Okay, there is a comma here, right? Okay, there is a comma there, right? Okay, so when there is a comma, you should know that, right? Okay, they are continuing, right? Okay, that sentence, right? Okay, so you must look at the option there, right? Okay, you look at option 9 there, right? Take, took, taking, takes. So it's very clear. It's very clear that they are focusing on tenses, right? They are focusing on tenses. Take, present, right? Okay, base verb, right? Okay, took, past tense, right? Taking, continuous. Takes, okay, present as well, right? Okay, singular, right? Singular verb, right? Takes, where we add s at the back, right? Okay, so now since you already know that we are looking for tenses, so you have to focus from that particular sentence. Okay, so where you stop, okay, there's a full stop there, the toughest race in the world. So after that it begins the sentence. Okay, so you take a look at that. The Yukon quest is the most exciting, okay, of several North American dog sled races. Participants over a grueling 1,000-mile course through Alaska and northern Canada, right? Okay, as you all can see, right? Okay, there are two tenses there, right? Okay, two verbs there, right? You can see that, right? Okay, one is exciting, right? Okay, another one is grueling. All right, okay, another one is grueling. All right, so from that you know that they are using continuous tense, okay, and they have connected with a comma, right? Okay, so the answer is very clear from all these tenses. What will be the answer? Of course will be B. Why? Taking is ing. Okay, class, so this is how you find the answer for this one. All right, okay, you see there's a myth out there, right, when it comes to closed tests, right? Like being teaching for so long, right? Okay, having communicated with a lot of the students, right? Okay, when I ask them what is their mindset, like what is their thought, right? Okay, when they are doing this closed test, like the answers I got, like from the students, I kind of like funny, like you see, I'll ask them, you see how you guys will do this closed test, like some of them say, oh, teacher, you know what we'll do? We will just use that option. We will just take each of the option. We just read. It must feel right. It must feel right. If it feels right, that is the answer. So some student, they are going with their feeling, right? Okay, some student, of course, oh teacher, of course we like to guess, like, oh, he's the typical, like orthodox shooting game, right? Okay, we like to shoot, right? Okay, oh, A, B, C, or something like that. Oh, some student, they will say, oh, we follow a pattern, teacher, right? Okay, we have a pattern, right? Okay, so guys, it's nothing to do with the pattern, nothing to do with the feeling, nothing to do with anything, right? This is use of English, all right? Okay, we are talking about language, all right? Okay, you don't need to use your psychic powers or whatever it is to like to feel the answer, or expecting a divine intervention from heaven or something like that, for the answers, right? Okay, you all just need to know the language, use of language. What you all need to be aware: grammar, especially tenses. All right, okay. So I promised last week that I'm going to give you guys notes on tenses. I will stick to the promise, right? Okay, I will give you guys the notes, right? Okay, later I will work that out, like the person in charge there, right? Okay, then they will find a way to give you the notes, right? Okay, the notes, you can find all the tenses are there. All right, very precise, easily, why we use them. All right, okay, what is the formula, right? And along with the example, right? Okay, so it's very clear, right? Okay, so for your understanding, right? Okay, why I'm eager to give you guys the what do you call tenses, because you see, students are right in terms of these parts of speech, right? Okay, what do you call this? Adjective, adverb, right? Okay, noun, pronoun, right? Okay, they are kind of like clear about that one, right? Okay, but when it comes to the tenses, they tend to get confused, right? Okay, and that is so evident, right? Okay, even in writing, right? Okay, you guys have problem in writing because you do not know what tense to use. All right, okay, so if you guys like focus on these tenses, all right, okay, you see question number 9, you are done, you are settled. All right, you are settled, right? Okay, so let's look at number 10. Okay, imagine marching along broken snowy trails behind some of, okay, so here of, right? Okay, is, what do you call that? A preposition, right? Of, right? Okay, is a preposition, right? After that, you see toughest. Toughest is, as you all know, is an adjective, right? Okay, adjective. Okay, what adjective? Is it comparative adjective or superlative adjective? All right, we are talking about superlative adjective, because toughest, okay, as you all know, when we use superlative adjective, right? Okay, it will always be followed with an article. All right, okay, so as you look at number 10, all right, you look at number 10, so there are the and right? Okay, so these are part of speech, right? Okay, part of speech, right? Okay, article comes under part of speech. So you see, if you guys are very clear about parts of speech, right? Okay, you don't require any divine intervention, right, from anyone in order to answer this question. Correct or not, guys? All right, so that's what I'm saying. So you don't need to expect any kind of like like psychic powers or whatever it is, right? Gas la, feeling la, or whatever it is, right? Okay, no, right? If you know about article, right? Okay, right, and, right? Okay, so the, right? Okay, definite and indefinite articles, right? Okay, so that's it. So you know that what article we normally use in front of a superlative adjective. You already know the, isn't it? Right? So you already find the answer the, right? Okay, simple. All right, okay, very easy, isn't it? Right? Okay, so that's what you guys need to do, right? Okay, so let's look at number 11. All right, number 11 here. All right, so the toughest, sure-foot, little, right, athletes in the world, the only sounds to be heard. Okay, the only sounds to be heard. All right, from here, as you can see, right, okay, imagine marching along broken snowy behind some of the toughest, sure-foot, little athletes in the world, the only sounds, right? Okay, so I don't see, like any past tense there, right? Okay, I don't see any past tenses. So you can take out was and were out, right? Okay, bye-bye to was and were, right? Okay, between is and are, right? Okay, so the only sounds, all right, sounds, okay, sounds, as you all know, all right, okay, plural. So plural, which beaver we will use? Of course, are. All right, okay, so here, what part of the language we are focusing here? be verb. All right. Okay. If you know be verb, all right, you have be verb, you have auxiliary verb, you have modal verb, right? Okay. So if you have the notes on this one, right? Okay. So I will give it to you guys slowly by slowly. Okay. Because I don't want you guys to take too much of information. Then you guys, get like overflow with information is not good enough as well, right? Okay, so you have to take it slowly, right? Okay, we have time, don't worry about it, right? Okay, so you focus on one thing first. For the first thing I'm going to give it to you guys is, of course, tenses, right? Okay, tenses, the notes will be there for you guys. Okay, don't worry about it, right? Okay, so you can take the notes on tenses. You focus on tenses first. After that, we will move to parts of speeches, right? Then we will focus on the verbs, right? Okay, and also the punctuation, and also the what do you call spelling basically is there is a way for spelling as well, right? Okay, so basically for this part 2, okay guys, basically is for part 2. So how you do this? Simple. You look at the before the blank, after the blank. Okay, your clues, all right, are there. All right. Okay, that's how you find the answers, of course, with the knowledge of your language as well, right? Okay, grammar, right, punctuation, part of speeches, okay, everything, right? Okay, so this is what we are talking about, part 2 here, right? Okay, so as you can see, right? Okay, similar, all right? Okay, so similar, right? Okay, this one, right? Okay, so I think basically that's all, right? Okay, I already gone through with part 2. Okay, so before we go to part 3, okay, any question on part 2? All right, okay, anything that you are not clear or you guys are not so sure? All right, yes, Shami is asking, teacher, does the 10 14 means only 10 dog, or else teacher, is the 10 14 means 10 dog or else? Well, you are talking about, just hold on. Okay, you are asking, the question is about what, Shami? Can you explain? Teacher, is it 10 to 14 means only 10 dog? Can you specify the question, please? Question number 11. All right. Okay, just hold on for a while. Okay, just hold on for a while. I need to go to question number 11. Okay, just hold on for a while. Just hold on for a while, guys. Right. Okay, let me do something to this one first, then I'll come. Question number 11. All right. Yeah. Now I understand your question. Yeah. You are correct. All right, you are correct. Okay, so you are focusing on the where is that? Right. Okay, dogs. Right. Okay, dog sled races. Yeah. Right. Okay, correct. Okay, correct. But actually, the one that you should be focusing on, not that, right? Okay, you should be focusing only on what do you call that? Before the what do you call the blank and after the blank, right? Okay, so if you're focusing on the dog straight races, right? Okay, so one thing that you must know, right? Okay, when you have this like this dash in between, right? Okay, in between, right? Okay, when you have this hyphen, right? Okay, so example, right? I give you one, example to, clear your doubt, right? Okay, you just hold on, All right, is this correct? Is this correct, class? What do you think? 10 days with a hyphen. Is this correct? Yes or no? Rossi, what do you think? Yes or no? Do you think 10 plus this hyphen plus days, is it correct? Guys, do you get the question? You guys get the question? Okay, just hold on. All right. Okay, so is this correct? 10 days. No. All right. Okay. So why? Okay. Whenever you use a hyphen, right? Okay. You cannot put, right, S at the back, right? Okay. It should be, right, 10 day, right? It's a 10-day course. All right. Okay. 10-day course. Okay. 10 days course. If you want to use S, then there should not be any hyphen, right? Okay. There should not be any hyphen, right? Okay. If you want to use days, right? 10 days, there should not be any hyphen. All right. Okay. So that is the reason, right? Okay. So I hope you guys are clear, right? Okay. Who was originally asking the question? Shami, are you okay? Are you understand? Okay, all right, okay, so please remember that. All right, so our focus is not there, right? But anyway, right, okay, it's a doubt that you all had, right? Okay, no problem. All right, okay, now let's go to part 3. All right, before going to part 3, are you all okay with this part 2, guys, girls? Are you all okay? Fine. Are you all okay? All right, okay, can all right, okay, let's move on to part 3. Right, okay, let's move on to part 3. So part 3 here, right? Okay, so this is also something very familiar for you all, right? Okay, for option MCQ questions, right? Reading comprehension, right? Okay, but one thing I would like to tell you is, right? Okay, I think I mentioned this, like previously, right? I mentioned this previously. Please do not waste your time by reading the text, right? Okay, the reading passage. Okay, again, like I mentioned for part 1, right? Okay, see, part 1, we are talking about short text, but this part 3, right? Okay, this is not short text, right? Okay, as you all can see, and reading is not everyone's cup of tea, right? Okay, not everyone likes, like reading. Okay, whether, like some may say, oh, but it's an exam, oh, we have to read, teacher, in order to get the mark. Of course it's true, but it's still, you have to read. All right, okay, and and things become even worse when you do not understand what you're reading. Okay, believe me, you will get, sleepy when that happens, right? Okay, when you don't understand what you're reading, right? Okay, so that's why I'm telling you guys, why you want to waste your time by focusing on the the text, by reading the text. Okay, why? You know why you should not do that? Okay, okay, just let's take a look. Okay, all right, why? You look at question number 19. All right, okay, last week we already done this. All right, okay, so look at question number 19. All right, in paragraph 1, you see, they are giving you there in paragraph 1. You see, that is an indication that the particular question all right, okay, the answer this for this particular question, number 19, is in paragraph 1. Okay, so you go to paragraph 1, right? Okay, you go to paragraph 1, and if you want to read paragraph 1, okay, hey, I have no problem. All right, I have no problem. You just want to read the paragraph 1. Even that also, right? Okay, is not necessarily you need to it's not necessarily you need to read the entire paragraph, right? Because you know why? You see, the question is asking in paragraph 1, what was the reason for the people living in the writer's village never locking their doors? Right? Okay, so you know that from this question that, oh, they are living in a village, all right? Okay, oh, in this village, they never lock the door. Why is that? Right? Okay, so that's the keyword there, isn't it? Right? Okay, so you basically go to paragraph 1, right? Okay, see, number 1, 2, 3, there was no such thing as locking the doors of our houses by day or night. So if they already mentioned this here, right, you have to look previously. So you look at the previous sentence. When I was young, I lived in a small village in Penang. Mine was a terrace house in a row of shop houses. The spirit of neighborhoodliness, right, was very strong then. So the spirit of neighborhoodliness, that means like they are very like close to each other. They know everyone, each other very well, right? Okay, so when basically they are like a neighbor, but they're like a family, right? And when you are living among your family, why you need to lock your door, right? Okay, that is what I can understand from that, right? That is the understanding you should develop, right? Just don't simply go there, because please remember, guys, all right, there will be always another answer which will always confuse you. So you have to develop an understanding, right? Okay, spirit, neighborhoodliness. Oh, right, okay. Oh, they are very close. They know each other very well, right? Okay, so that's why they are not scared, right? Okay, yeah. So then when you come here, you look at the option. The village has only rows of shop houses, right? Okay, it's not logical, right? Take it out, right? Take it out. Okay. B, the village was far from the other village. They were talking about neighbor, right? A and B got nothing to do with neighbor, right? Okay, nothing to do with, like the spirit, right? Okay, bye-bye. See, the villagers knew each other very well. Yeah. So this is what you developed just now. Oh yeah. I mean, the spirit mean they know each other very well, isn't it? Right? Okay, yeah, good, right? Okay, D, the villagers made the village very safe. There was no any mention that, oh, they put a fence, or they put an extra gate, or they put a CCTV camera. Of course, in village it's not possible, but I'm telling you, right? Okay, so there was no mention of that, right? Okay, so do you already know that? Oh yeah, the answer is C, isn't it? Right? Okay, so this is how you do this reading comprehension, rather than wasting your what do you call this, your time, all right? Okay, wasting your time reading the entire passage. Then after that, you guys coming to your questions. You guys have wasted a lot of time. Okay, you could have done a lot of things, isn't it? Right? Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say to you guys, right? Okay, now let's do few questions, right? All right. Let's look at number 21 here, right? Okay, so I want you guys to take a time, right? Okay, and just answer this question, right? Okay, so we see whether the way that I'm trying to teach you guys, right, the technique that I'm trying to tell you guys, right, okay, works or not, right? Okay, I'm sure it will work, right? Okay, and then don't take me the wrong way, saying that, oh, teacher, our teachers always use the way that, oh, read the text, answer the question, and you are asking us to do something new. Oh, this is difficult. Guys, try it out, right? If you think that, wow, yeah, this is good, I can do with this, right? Okay, yeah, this saves me time, and of course, this is very convenient for me, isn't it? Right? Okay, then you use it, right? If you think that, nah, this is not for me, right? Okay, I respect that, right? Okay, I respect that. I'm not going to say that, hey, this is a must, this is the must technique that you must use, like there's no such thing as that, right? Okay, so let's take a look at, okay, what do you call this? Paragraph 3, right? Okay, in paragraph 3, how did the writer's parent help Mr. Ong? All right, okay. So how they help Mr. Ong, all right? How they help Mr. Ong, okay? So you go to paragraph 3, okay? You go to paragraph 3. So you must understand the question first. So basically they're saying that, oh, the writer's parent is helping Mr. Ong. Why you want to help somebody? Maybe he has a problem. Maybe he's a poor man, all right? Okay, maybe he doesn't have any job, all right? Maybe he's homeless, right? Okay, there could be a lot of reason why we want to help people, isn't it? Right? Okay, so why, right? Why? Okay, see, and you look at the options also, right? Okay, they collected food, they gave their own meals, they gathered uneaten food, right? They share some food. Okay, it's here from the option, what you can know, what kind of help basically, right? Okay, what kind of help basically that the writer's parent could have given Mr. Hong here, right? From the option you already know that maybe he didn't eat, right? Okay, he didn't eat, so he's starving, or maybe he doesn't have a job to, like eat, right? Okay, so basically they are talking about food help, right? Okay, yeah, eating, right? To help Mr. Ong to eat, right? Okay, so you already get the question, right? Okay, now you go to paragraph 3, your answer will be very clear for you. All right. Okay. Now let's take, you already understand the question, huh? Right. Okay. So now you guys go to paragraph 3. All right. Okay. Let's go to paragraph 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. My mother was a kind-hearted soul. Often she would remark that his children were dressed in rag clothes and looked my family was really better off the village. My father was a headman. My mother would bring over whatever food we could spare to our neighbors on occasion when there was leftover food from village weddings or festivals. My father would instruct me to bring this to Mr. Ong, right? Okay, guys, like I say, from what we just, right, okay, saw, right, okay, from the options, you already know that they are giving food to help Mr. Ong, right? Okay, so from paragraph 3, I think you got a better understanding, right? Okay, you see, on occasion when there was leftover, okay, where there was a leftover, right? Okay, they are having wedding, festival, right? Okay, so the one that people never eat lah, right? Okay, so they are bringing it to Mr. Ong, right? Okay, so you already know that, right? So you already know that, huh? All right, okay, now let's go to question 21. All right, guys, can you all tell me what is the answer from all the option there? 21, what is the answer? From the understanding that we just developed, right? Okay, from what we looked at the question and when what we saw in paragraph 3 there, what is the answer, class? Yes, guys. You need to look at the text. All right. Okay, Sham is saying B, right? Okay. Isaac is saying C, right? Okay. Yeah, B, C, B, C, B, C, B, C, B, C, B, C, right? Okay. All right. So again, let us, okay, you all are saying C. Okay, let's take a look at, all right? Okay. You see, how did the writer's parent help Mr. Ong? Okay, they give the food to Mr. Ong, right? Okay, how they give the food, all right? Okay, is it their food? All right, okay, is it they collected? All right, okay, so they collected food from neighbors, all right, okay, all right. So here, my mother would bring over whatever food we could spare. Okay, so A, is it logic, class? No, they didn't collect anything from the neighbor. They are saying we could spare. So that means basically they are the one giving to Mr. Ong, isn't it? Right? Okay. So A, you can say bye-bye, right? Okay. No more A. All right. Okay. B, they gave their own meals. Okay. They gave their own meals. All right. Okay. You see, B, right? B could be a possibility. Why? Right? My mother would bring over whatever food we could spare to our neighbors. All right. Okay. So they are basically taking their meals, isn't it? All right. Okay, good. All right. You keep B. You keep B. All right. B is logic. All right. C. They gathered uneaten food from celebration. So the key word here is food. We already know, right? Okay. The word celebration. Can you find the word celebration there, right? Okay. Yeah, on occasion when there was a leftover food from the village wedding or festival, my father would instruct me to bring this to Mr. Ong, right? Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so correct. C also good, right? Okay, well done, right? So Look at D. They asked villagers to spare some food, right? Okay, this is something similar to A. You already know that they didn't do this, all right? Okay, they didn't ask the villagers help, right? Okay, so A and D you already cancelled. So the answer is between B and C, and most of you have gone for C, and some of you gone, one person go for B. Nothing wrong. You know why? Why one of you go for B? Because you see that B is the answer, right? Okay, one of that B or C is the answer, right? Okay, where they have given you just to distract you. All right, I always told you guys, right, out of the 4 option, right? Okay, when we are dealing with 4 option MCQ question, guys, please remember this is similar for whether listening, reading, you know, especially when you do all this multiple choice questions. When we are talking about 3 option, 1 option is ridiculous, illogical, totally irrelevant, you can take it out, right? When we are talking about 4 option, 2 ridiculous option you can find that, or 2 irrelevant, all right, 2 illogical option you can find there, right? Okay, so you already take out the 2, and the remaining 2, 1 will be the correct answer, another 1 will be the similar answer given for the sole purpose to distract you. But it's up to you not to get distracted. You have to not jump into conclusion. You have to look at that particular 2 option left, and you have to think carefully. Okay, carefully. All right. Okay, good. Look at B, look at C. All right, they gave their own meals. Correct, they did. They gathered uneaten food from the celebration. Okay, so between B and C, what is the difference? The difference here is from celebration. B, you don't have celebration. Okay, but if you have to choose the correct answer, the accurate answer, the answer that gives all the information, okay, which answer does that? B or C? Of course, C. Why? Because if you look at paragraph 3, of course, they talk about giving food, but they also talk about on occasion when there was a leftover food from village wedding or festival, my father would instruct me to bring this to Mr. Ong. All right. Okay. So clearly the celebration is also one important word there, right? Okay. So between B and C, which word, which option has that? Of course, C. So that's why the answer is C. Okay, guys. So you have to take your time to do this, all right? Okay, so that's why I say you can save the time that you are wasting by reading the text. You come and do this class. This is the process that you have to do, all right? Okay, not the old technique where, oh, read the text and answer the question. No, that's not the way, right? Okay, you read the question, right? Go to that particular paragraph, try to underline the word, try to develop an understanding. Then you come and you cancel the 2 illogical option. Then there'll be 2 remaining. Then you can find the answer. That's it, right? Okay. All right. Let's do 22. This one, I'm not gonna give you an understanding of anything. Okay. I just want to give it to you guys. I want you guys to try this one. Okay. Just use whatever I just told you guys just now, right? Okay. So that you guys have a you will know, right? Okay, whether this technique is good or not, right? Okay, all right, take a look at the question there, right? Okay, in paragraph 4, what was the lean spell? Okay, what was the lean spell? Right? Okay, so the keyword there, I think you all should know what is the keyword, right? Okay, what was the lean spell, right? What was the lean spell? Okay, so we are talking about paragraph 4. Okay, you have to go to paragraph 4. So what you need to underline, all right? Okay, lean spell, all right? Okay, that is the keyword there, right? Lean spell, right? Okay, so if you look at the options there, a period, a period, a period, a period. Okay, a period means a time, a time, a time, a time, right? Another word is a time when the villages were thin. Okay, all right, class. Before we go to that particular, right? Okay, before we go, what do you call this? To the particular what do you call paragraph, right? You look at the option, you look at the option, okay? You look at a period when the villages were thin. Do you think that that could be an answer? All right, okay, like I told you, like I told you, in 4 options there will be 1 choice or 2 choices which is totally ridiculous, illogical when you oh, sorry. I think I already come to. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So totally illogical. Which one? Right. Okay. You can eliminate, isn't it? Right. Okay. So if you look at this one, all right. Okay. You look at this one. I will immediately eliminate because a period when the villages were thin. Come on, are they talking about that? Right. Okay. Not logic. Right. Okay. So I will take it out. Right. I will take it out. Right. Okay. So you see, right? Okay. Now I go to the paragraph 4. Right. Okay. You underline the keyword lean spell. Underline the word lean spell. Right. Okay. Now let's go to paragraph 4. Okay. You guys take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I remember one particular year when times were very hard. Even my family had to make do with 2 meals a day. We stopped the practice of giving food to Mr. Ong. One day I noticed my mother was looking troubled. She had learned that Ong family had not been eating for the past few days. There and then she decided to sacrifice a portion of our meal to the family. Despite our protest of hungry, she kept on with this deed. Fortunately, the lean spell did not last long, and the children in our family resumed our 3 meals a day again. Okay, all right, guys. You already saw that particular paragraph 4, right? Okay. So paragraph 4, again, I read again. I remember one particular year when times were very hard. Even my family had to make do with 2 meals a day. We stopped the practice of giving food to Mr. Ong. One day, I noticed my mother was looking troubled. She had learned that Wong family had not been eating for the past few days there and then. She decided to sacrifice a portion of our meal to the family. Despite our protest of hungry, she kept on with this deed. Fortunately, the lean spell did not last long, and the children in our family resumed our 3 meals a day again. Okay. All right. So you guys got it, huh? All right. Okay. So let's go to 22. All right. Look at the option now, class. Can you all tell me what is the answer? Guys, are you all okay? All right. Okay. You all are still figuring out the answer. 22. All right. Okay. Isaac says B. Okay. Everyone is going for B. All right. Okay. Good. All right. Okay, guys. All right. You already know, right? Okay. From what you read, all right. Okay. Okay. Someone is saying C. All right. Okay. Natasha, right? Okay, Natasha is saying C, right? Okay, most of you are going for B, right? Okay, whereas Natasha is saying C, right? Okay, let's take a look, right? Okay, so you see, you know from question number 21, right? From paragraph 3 that this, like the writer's family has been giving food to Mr. Ong, right? Okay, so there was a time, right? Okay, where, like, things were not that good, right? Things were not good, right? Okay, normally people have 3 meals a day, right? Children there have 3 meals a day, right? But because this writer's family want to give some food to Mr. Ong, right? Okay, the mother cut the 3 meals. She made it 2 meals a day, right? She made it 2 meals, so that one meal that she saved, she gave that to Mr. Ong, right? She gave that to Mr. Ong, right? Okay, so after things improved, right? After things improved, right? Okay, so again she go back to 3 meals a day, all right? Okay, so why, when you do that, right? Okay, let's say you think that situation in current situation, right? Current situation, all right? Okay, let's say because of this COVID-19, right? Okay, example, right? Okay, just try to recreate that particular situation in your house, in the current situation now. Let's say your parents are right, okay, not working, all right? Okay, not working, or maybe they are working contractually, right? Okay. Wait, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. I'll come to that. All right. Okay. So before I come to that, all right. Okay. Wait, I just hold on. What happened? Just hold on. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Right. Okay, don't worry about that. All right. Okay, so now take a look at this. What do you call this? Look at a period when the villages were thin. You see, you are still eating. You are still eating, isn't it? Right. Okay. When you are eating, right? Okay. When you are eating, right? Okay. When you are eating, how can you'll be thin? All right. Okay. So it doesn't make any sense. All right. Okay. Bye-bye A. All right. Okay. B. A period when food was scarce. Right. Okay. Good. Ganesha is asking, right? Okay. What is the meaning of scarce? Right. Okay. So I'll explain the meaning there. Right. Okay. But let's say, you see, like the situation is similar like this, like what Ganesha is going through. Right. Okay. Ganesha did not know. Right. Okay. What is scarce? All right. Okay. So when you know the meaning, then maybe you can eliminate, right? When you do not know the meaning, don't eliminate, don't cancel B, because you know why? The answer can be B because you see, you do not know what is the meaning scarce. All right. Okay. You do not know what is the meaning of scarce. Correct or not? Right. Okay. Good. Right. So you keep B. So now let's go to C. A period when economy was bad. All right, guys. One question. All right. When the economy is bad, right? Okay. Let's say in your family, when the economy is bad in your family, right? Okay. Can you have 3 meals a day? Can you have 3 meals a day? Is it possible to have 3 meals a day? What do you think? Yes or no? Yes or no? No, of course no. Of course no, isn't it? Right? Okay, why? Because you are having, 3 meals a day, right? Okay, you are having a 3 meals a day, all right? Okay, you do not have what do you call this money to get your regular meal, all right? Okay, your regular meal, you cannot get it, right? Okay, so that's why, all right? Okay, you are having 2 meals a day, right? You try to save some money, isn't it? Right? Okay, good. So this could be also another reason, isn't it? Right? This also could be another reason, isn't it? Right? Okay, so why they were having what do you call this 2 meals a day, isn't it? Right? Okay, so this is logic, right? This is logic. So you keep that, right? You keep C also. D, a period when shops were closed. Is this logic? Okay, is this logic? Not logic. All right. Okay, not logic. Okay, D is not logic. Okay, so you can cancel A, you can cancel D. All right, you can cancel A, you can cancel D. Right? Okay. So now between B and C. All right. Okay. B. All right. B, you do not know. Right? Okay. Scarce. Right? Okay. Let me tell you what is scarce. Scarce is like you are living in a situation where you are going through like when there is insufficient food. All right, insufficient food, right? Okay, I mean insufficient food not in your family. I mean, like you see, there is no food for you to go and buy. That is a scarce, right? Okay, like last time when COVID, the first time when the government decided, like they're gonna imply this like lockdown and everything, isn't it? That caused panic among people where everybody was like going right to the shop and everything, they tried to go and get all the food and everything. You know why? They were afraid of a scarce. Okay, they were afraid of scarce. What is that? Oh, hey, I'm scared, like you see, we're gonna be a lockdown, mean nobody can go out, mean and everything, like you see, we cannot we don't have enough food and everything. But the government said what? Hey, there will be always, like supplies of food and everything. So don't worry about it. All right. Okay. I don't worry about it. You still can, like get it. All right. Okay. So here B is saying a period of food was scarce, right? Okay, but C is saying a period when economy was bad, right? Okay, so you are not so sure between B and C, right? Okay, B, because you do not know what is scarce, or sometimes if you know what is scarce, if you are keeping B, I don't know why, right? Okay, because you look at the keyword there. B, the keyword there is food. C, the keyword is the economy. All right, okay, economy. So why they reduce the amount of food, right? You see, if the food is the problem, do you think they should, like they'll be still having 2 meals a day? If food is the problem, right? Okay, here B is saying a period when food was scarce. So they are putting the blame on the food, right? Okay. C is saying that economy was bad. All right. Okay. Economy logical, right? Okay. So if food was scarce, right? Okay. Food was scarce, right? Okay. Will you be still having, 2 meals a day? No. All right. No way you'll be still having 2 meals a day. All right. No way. All right. Okay. Hey, there is no food. How you want to still be having? All right. Okay. But when your economy is not good, what you will do, guys and girls? Let's say you are going, like you guys are used to, right? Okay, you go to, like a supermarket or whatever it is, oh, you guys tend to, like buy, like, oh, for 100 ringgit, right? Okay, or okay lah, 500 ringgit a month. Okay, but let's say that particular month your economy is very bad. Will you still be going and buying for 500 ringgit? Of course not. What you will do? Maybe you will try to reduce everything, try to bring down the expenses to maybe 100. Or maybe in your situation, if your economy is very bad, you will go to, right? You will go to, what you will go to? You will go to really, really bad, right? Okay, so you will try to reduce your expenses, isn't it? Right? So that's why the answer is, all right, C. Okay, that's why the answer is C. Okay, all right. So don't get confused. Okay, like what, like Ganesh asked, right? Okay, what is the meaning of scarce, right? You do not know what is the meaning of scarce. Okay, fine. Don't focus on the word that you do not know the meaning, right? Focus on the keyword there, right? Okay, they are asking what is the lean spell. So the lean spell, right? Okay, A, D, you already eliminated, is between B and C, right? Okay, so now A, they say when food, B say when economy, right? Okay, so if food is the problem, right? Can you still having 2 meals? Oh, of course cannot, right? Okay, but if you economy is the problem, oh yeah, definitely, right? Okay, we can't be having, all right? Okay, so we reduce lah. For the 3 we reduce to 2, right? Once everything is okay, then we go back to 3 again, right? Okay, when you already get the money, then you go and buy 3 again lah. All right, okay, so that's why. All right, okay guys, so I hope you guys are clear on this one. All right, okay, so so thank you for, I think someone got the answer, I think Natasha, right? Well done, right? Okay, I don't know how you find the answer, right? Okay, good, well done. All right, okay, somehow you managed to find the answer. Okay, okay, right, let's move on. Okay guys, so like I say, I hope you guys are clear on this part 3. Okay, can we move to part 4? All right, because I don't want to waste more time on this one, so I'm thinking like at least last 15 minutes to give some time for writing, right? Is it okay if we move to part 4? Are you guys clear with part 3? Or you guys still want to do this 23 and 24? If you guys want to do it, then we can do it, no problem, right? Okay, no problem, right? Okay, so I just thought that I already explained, right? Okay, you guys did this one question, right? I think we can move on, right? Okay, we can just move on, right? Okay, so no need to waste time, right? Okay. All right, okay, so let's go to part 4 here, right? Okay, this one I would like to take a little bit time, right? Okay, because this one is something new in this. All right, okay, it's not something new, right? Okay, but the way is new, right? Okay, I will say that this is like a gap text, right? Okay, something that you had there in your previous format and everything, but based on like what students have told me so far, they find this part 4 to be really, really difficult. All right, okay, so we take a look at this one, right? We try to see how to do this one, right? Okay, all right. So you're going to read an article about examination stress, right? Examination stress. I think you all know, are very well aware about this one, right? Okay. 6 sentences have been removed from the article, right? Okay. 6 sentences have been removed from the article, right? Okay. As you can see that, right? Choose from sentences A to H, the one which fits each gap, 27 to 32. There are 2 extra sentences which you do not need to use. You see, this is why it's difficult. If they give you 6 sentences, maybe you guys can find it, right? Okay. But you know what? They don't give you 6 sentences. They give you, all right? Okay. They give you 8 sentences, all right? There are extra 2 sentences, all right? Okay. So that's why students get this wrong, all right? Okay. They couldn't get this because of that, right? Okay. No problem. So how to do this? Okay. How to do this? All right, let's do this together. All right. Okay, then maybe 1 or 2 questions I will ask you guys to try. Right. Let's do this together. I will teach you the technique and everything. Then after that, you guys can focus on how to do this. All right. Okay, you guys give a try. Okay. All right. Go to 27 first. You have to go to the text first. All right. Okay. Here, this is the text. All right. It can be a physical, mental, or emotional reaction when you perceive a threat or major challenge. Chemical and hormones surge throughout your body. So, well, you can read the full sentence, no problem, right? Or you can read from here, right? Okay. So, well, examination stress is common. You should, okay, I know that they're talking about examination stress. So that one I know, right? I should know. Right. Okay. So here, it can be a physical, mental, or emotional reaction. Okay. So maybe they're talking about the stress, right? Maybe they're talking about stress. Okay. When you perceive a threat or major challenge, chemicals or hormones surge throughout your body. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the choices. All right. Okay. And this is where you have to spend time and you have to think. All right. Okay. You guys have to think critically in order to do this, what do you call, questions, right? Okay. All right. Let's look at one by one. Examination is stress often treated using conventional prescription medicine. Okay. You see, A is talking about prescription. All right. How to treat. You see, this is 27 is in the introduction paragraph there, right? Do you think that in introduction paragraph straight away they will go to treatment and everything? Not logic, right? Okay, it's not possible for them to go straight away to, you know, like treatment, what we can do this, right? Okay, what people are doing to treat this examination stress. It's not logic, all right? Okay, so A cannot be 27. Okay, you know that, right? You know that, right? Okay, so you have to make sure that, right? You have to make sure that, right? Okay, so you cancel A, right? Don't consider A again, right? Okay, for 27, of course, right? Okay, right. B, some students are mildly affected and exhibit few symptoms while others experience several severe reaction. So they are still talking about reaction here. They're still talking about effects, symptoms, and so on, right? Okay, so it's too early in introduction paragraph, right? Okay, for them to talk about this, all right? Okay, so B also not logic. C, on the test day itself, be fresh and alert, think of past. Okay, C class, they are talking what you can do to avoid stress, correct or not, right? Okay, this is also not logic. D, however, there are steps you can, okay, again, they're talking about step to keep stress, right? How to, you know, like manage stress. E, almost everybody feels a certain degree of stress. Okay, E looks general. E looks general, right? E looks general, right? Okay, so you go to E, right? You go to E, you take a look at E, right? Okay, almost everybody, when you perceive, okay, yeah, E looks like general, right? Okay, E look like general. Okay, so no problem, you keep E, right? Okay, but we are not saying E is the answer. E could be the answer, right? Okay, you keep E, right? Okay, fine. F, stress management and physical health care enable the sufferer to lessen is stress level. Okay, they are talking about stress. Okay, in the introduction, stress can come there, right? But here F, one thing is stress management. All right, they are not talking about stress, how to manage the stress. So F take out, right? G, stress triggers a particular biological response. Good. Okay, they are talking about stress in a general way. So G you keep. Right. H, one can have no stress, too little or too much stress. Okay, yeah, this also could be a very good answer, isn't it? Right. Okay, very, very good answer, right? Okay, so your answer is between E, G, or H. All right. Okay, E, G, or H. All right. Okay, so you focus on E, G, or H. All right. Okay. All right. So now let's go to the passage again, right? Now, just kindly try to read the first passage, all right, so that you can get an idea, right? Okay. Examination stress is a common issue dealt with by students throughout their academic life. Stress is your body's reaction to pressure from a certain situation or event. Okay, guys. Easier. They already talk about examination stress. Okay, after the second sentence there, right? Okay, is talking about stress. See, the third sentence is still talking about stress, because you know why? It can be physical. It can be physical, mental, or emotional reaction. Okay, so it is also still talking about stress. All right. Okay, so from that you know that 27 also still be talking about stress. All right. Okay, so between all right, okay, E, G, and H, right? Okay, which one is talking about stress? I mean, in a main way, from the subject point of view. All right, is it E, is it G, or is it H? What do you think? Which one is like very, I mean, talking in a general way? All right, that's it. Simple, right? Okay, G, because it starts with stress again. All right, okay, you see, so they still not given, you know, a concluding sentence, because you see, E and H is like a concluding sentence. Almost every day, everybody feels a certain degree of stress. That is a concluding sentence. One can have no stress, too little or too much of stress. Concluding sentence, right? Okay, but only G is still talking about stress. So that's why, right? Okay, your answer to 27 is G. All right. Okay, answer to 27 is G. Okay, guys. So this is how you do this one. All right. This is how you do this one. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's go to 28. Let's go to 28. All right. Okay. So you forget about second paragraph. All right. You go to third paragraph. Okay. You can read the third paragraph. All right. You can read the third paragraph so that at least you get some kind of like understanding. So what we are talking about, right? Okay. So let's look at third paragraph. Symptoms of stress vary from person to person. Okay. Symptom. Okay, class. You see, the sentence before the gap talked about symptoms. All right. Okay. So there's a gap here. All right. Okay. There's a gap here. Physical, mental, or emotional. You see, again, after the gap also symptom. Okay. After the gap also symptom. So basically, you should be looking for something with symptoms. All right. You should be looking with something with symptoms. All right. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay. Which one we can look at the symptoms. All right. A, no symptoms there. B, some students are mildly affected, exhibit few symptoms. Okay. The word symptoms are there, right? Okay. You keep B. C, no symptoms there. D, no. E, no. F, no. G, no. H, no. All right, guys. So basically, only B has the word symptoms. All right. How you know that? Because the previous sentence talk about symptoms. After that talks about the symptoms. So it's very easy. The answer is B. Okay. All right. See, it's not that difficult if you use the correct technique. All right. Okay. If you don't, of course, oh my God, oh, this is so difficult. Of course, you guys will think like that, right? Okay. All right, done. Okay, let's go to 29. Okay, let's go to 29. So once we're done with this 29, all right, okay, I will give you guys, like a few questions for you guys to give a try. All right, okay, let's look at 29. All right, okay, so read that particular, paragraph. All right, okay, or sentence maybe, right? Okay, but just take a look. All right, okay. Examination stress is more common than most students realize, and the symptoms are generally the same for almost all students who experience it. Certain people are more prone to stress attacks. Okay, all right. So here, they're talking about people, right? How people get stressed and so on, right? How people get stressed and so on, right? Okay. So you see, certain people are almost prone to stress attacks. Okay, they are saying that certain people. Okay, so if they're talking about certain, maybe they're going to talk about some other people, correct or not? All right, okay, they are talking about people who are having stress. So certain they already talk, so maybe another half, all right, maybe they will talk about it, right? Okay, so maybe we are looking for something that focusing on people, all right, something that focusing on people, right? Okay, so you already get that understanding that, okay, now let's go there. All right, let's go there. Which one here is talking about people? All right, okay, all right. So A, this is not people. All right, okay. So B already given the answer, so take it out. C, on the test day itself is talking about something test day, right? Okay. D, some step you can take to manage, right? Okay. You see, E, almost everybody feels a certain degree of stress. Everybody is people, right? Keep E, no problem. F, stress management. G, you already given the answer. H, one can have no stress, too little or too much stress. Okay. Yeah, on. All right. Okay. Teacher, one is also a people. Yeah, a person. Correct. Good. All right. Okay. So it's between E and H. All right. Okay. E and H. All right. Okay. It's between E and H. Right. Okay. Good. So now I just want you guys to look at what do you call the 29 again, right? I want you guys to determine whether it's E or H, right? Okay, whether it's E or H. Okay, take a look at 29, right? Certain people are more prone to stress attacks. Okay, certain people are more prone to stress attacks. So what do you think? E or H? E or H? Sham is saying H. All right. Okay. Others, guys, feel free. Don't worry. If you're wrong, I'm not going to come through this computer and I'm not going to punch you or anything, right? Don't worry about it, right? Okay. Come on. We all are learning. It's all a part of the learning process, isn't it? Right? Okay. So what do you think? So everyone is going for H. Right. Okay. Why, if I may ask? Because you see, the sentence previous to 29 here, certain people are more prone to stress attacks. Okay. All right. Okay. So here H is narrowing down to one person. All right. Okay. But E, almost everybody feels a certain degree of stress. Okay. So if you ask me, E is still connected to that sentence before 29. Okay. All right. Which is certain people, right? Okay, here H, they already narrow it down to one can have no stress, too little or too much stress, and they already kind of like give a concluding sentence. So that's why it cannot be H, it has to be E, right? It has to be E. All right, okay guys. All right, let's look at 30. Let's look at 30. I will definitely give you guys like 31 and 32 I like you guys to do by yourself. All right, okay. So let's do 30. Then after that, I will give you guys the chance to do 31 and 32. All right. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at 30. All right. Okay. All right. Examination stress can be a real problem, especially when the stress reaches a height where nervousness takes over and the candidate cannot even focus on the test question and do his best. Okay, in dealing with stress, there are do's and don'ts. All right. Okay, so here you can see that they are focusing on ways, all right, what you can do, all right, what you can do, all right. Okay, so previous sentence talking about, like, oh, sometime when the exam is there, or the student cannot, like, they don't know what to do. When the stress take over, they don't know what to do. Then after that, one thing is missing. Then after that, following sentence is talking about in dealing with stress. So maybe they are talking about the ways of dealing with stress and everything, isn't it? Right? Okay, so if you go there, all right, okay, so you take a look at A, right? Okay, examination stress often treated using conventional prescription. You see, they already talk about treatment here, so they are still looking about how to deal with the stress, isn't it? Right? Okay, A is not right. Okay, so cancel A. B already given as answer, right? C, on the test day is not talking about the test day, right? Okay, D. However, there are steps you can take to keep stress at a manageable level. All right. Okay, D look very, very convincing, correct? Because the sentence after that, all right, the gap, all right, oh, in dealing with stress, so he's saying that, okay, oh, the steps. Okay, D, very good, keep up. All right, E, you already given as answer, so cannot be. F, stress management, right, it's not that, talking about that. G, already given answer, one can have stress. Okay, so guys, you already clearly know that what is the answer. All right, okay, what is the answer? You all know already. We are talking about D. All right, we are talking about D. All right, we are talking about D. Yeah, correct. Okay, all right, so I already explained to you guys how to find the answer for this one. All right, okay, now what I want you guys to do is, all right, okay, what I want you guys to do is find the answer for 31 and 32. All right, 31 and 32. All right, okay, so let me show the gap first, the text first. You look at the text, then after that I will show you guys the option. All right, okay, 31 and 32. While there is a place for prescription medication, consideration and caution should be taken regarding possible side effects. Traditional strategies such as developing improved studying, okay, right? So it's a starting, right? So 32. There are also many herbal and homeopathic remedies which can help maintain harmony, health. So they are still talking about, things you can do and so on, right? Okay, so 31 and 32. All right, okay. So you guys already taken a look with this text, right? Let me show the option, right? Let me show the option. All right, take a look. Uh, 31 and 32, right? Okay. So 31, I think Sham is saying that is A, right? Okay, according to 31 is A, right? Okay, okay, let's take a look at 31 first. Anybody has a different answer? All right, okay. Ziling is also saying A, all right? Okay, good. Others? Anybody? Yeah, all right, okay. Why? Because you see, it's the beginning of the sentence, right? It's the beginning of the sentence, all right? I know that all here, like teacher, everything is beginning here, right? Okay, so you look at this one, right? You look at this one, right? Okay, while there is a place of prescription medication, consideration and caution should be taken regarding possible side effects, right? Okay, so here, examination stress often treated using conventional prescription medicine, all right? Okay, the medicine is there. So the word there is medicine. After that particular line, can you see, while there is a place for prescription medication, consideration and caution should be taken regarding possible side effects, right? So the key word here is prescription medication, isn't it? Right? Where you can find the word prescription there, right? Basically nowhere, right? Except A, right? Okay, good. So 31 is A, right? Okay, so you guys managed to get it, right? Well done, right? Okay, now, can you all find the answer for the last one, 32? Okay, 32. Let me show you the text there, right? Okay, so Traditional strategies such as developing, improved studying and examination taking skill can make a significant difference. There are also many herbal and homeopathic. So they all are talking about this treatment. What are the things that you can do? You know, like what are the things that you can do, isn't it? Right? Okay, they're talking about that, right? Okay. So now take a look at the option. Which one you think? You still have F. You still have what else you have? You still have C, right? You have C, you have F, right? Then you have H, right? C, F, H. So Azizi is saying F, Isaac is saying F. What about others? Same as well, huh? All right, okay, good. All right, okay. So with a question mark, all right, teacher, is it F? All right, okay, let's take a look at here, this one, all right, okay. See, traditional strategies such as developing, improved studying and examination taking skills can make a significant difference, all right. There are also many herbal and homeopathic remedies, all right, okay. You see, you look at C, on the test day itself, it's got no logic to whatever in 32 is there, right? Okay, no logic at all. So you can cancel C. F, stress management and physical health care enable the sufferer to lessen his stress level. So just now in the 32, they were focusing on things that you can do to, you know, reduce stress. Also, F looks logic, isn't it? Right? Okay, so look at H. One can have no stress. This one is not talking about waste or anything, isn't it? Right? Okay, so that's why the answer is F, right? That's why the answer is F. Okay, all right. So well done. All of you managed to find the answer, right? Okay, I hope you guys got it. All right. Okay, guys, time is almost up, right? Okay, but I don't want to, you know, like, wait for this one thing next week, all right? Because I would like to focus on this one. So I will just finish this, the last one there, right? If you all can bear with me for just matter of 10 minutes, right? Okay, just 10 minutes. Okay, I'll finish this one, right? Okay, because I don't want to, you know, like continue this to next week, right? Okay, next week we'll focus on something else, right? Okay, so can, is it possible? Okay, guys, can, right? Okay, can, right? Just a matter of 10 minutes, or don't, I'm really sorry for taking extra, right? Okay, I don't want to continue this until next week, right? Okay, all right. So we are done with that. All right. Okay. Now, so this is another one that you guys have to do, right? Part 5, right? Like I said, okay. But this is something that you guys are very, very familiar with, right? Okay. So I don't want to take a long time for this one, right? Okay. But one thing I want to focus on this one is, right? Okay. There's one in this question 33 to 40. Okay. There are question 36 to 40. That's the one I want to focus, because this question 33 to 35, I think you should not have any problem. Right? Okay, take a look. All right. So we interview 6 teenagers about their dining experience. Read the interviews, read the reviews, and answer the questions that follows. All right. Okay. So you have to read the reviews and answer. Right. Okay. So don't waste your time by reading the reviews. Okay. As usual, you go to the question. Right. Okay. All right. Which paragraph A to F describes the people's reviews? Right. Okay. I ended up eating more, right? I ended up eating more, all right? Okay, I ended up eating more. So which one is talking about ended up eating more, right? Okay, so this is where the key word here is eating more, right? Okay, so just go there, just find, all right? Okay, where they have eaten more, right? Okay, where they have eaten more. A, I had a dinner, right? Okay, wonderful meat, right? Okay, the food was okay. She didn't say anything about eaten more, right? Okay, lunch lesson today. I know about this place. I ordered crab sandwich, all right? Okay, the place, she didn't say anything about eating more, right? Okay, C, Sashwin, right? Okay, I visited Gallo restaurant for lunch today. We are celebrating, all right? Okay, we had a delightful waitress. They're talking about waitress. You didn't say anything about, right? Okay. D, thank you so much for taking such a wonderful care of our family during our visit, right? Okay. So they are talking about, something else, right? Okay. E, all the good reviews, all that I've read about traffic trees are the friendliness of scene, right? Okay. Food was delicious. The view was wonderful. There's no such thing as about eating more, right? Okay. F, hello, please give my thanks to the manager and others for the meal. We had an amazing time. The place was so comfortable. The food as fantasy food was spectacular. My wife and I ate 2 meals. Okay. All right. Okay. So here is where they are talking about they eat it more, right? Okay. Is 2 meals normal or more plus? More, right? Okay. Normally you don't eat 2 meals, right? Okay. So if you're eating 2 meals, so basically you're talking about that, right? Basically you're talking about that. So correct. So yeah, the answer is F. We are talking about Zafri Ahmed, right? Okay. So this is how you do this. All right. Okay. I don't want to, talk too much on this one. I think you all pretty much know about matching, right? Okay. I mean, information, right? Okay. So this one should not be that difficult, right? Okay. For you guys. So I'd like to move on. All right. Okay. So I'd like to move on. Okay. So this is what I want to focus on to you guys. Okay. With this one, I'll finish today's session. All right, guys. This is a little bit difficult also. Okay. So the part 5 is still in part 5. There are 2 sessions there, right? Okay. Where the one is you have to match. Okay, this one is information transfer. All right. Okay, that one is matching. This one is information transfer. Okay, complete the notes below using information from the text. Choose no more than 1 word from the passage for each answer. Write your answers below. Okay, now if you're wondering, teacher, where we can find the answer, you can find the answer from that particular reviews just now, right? But you have to really skim and scan, right? Okay, you have to skim and scan. All right, if you don't, it's very difficult. And students ask me a question regarding this particular part. Let's say we couldn't get the exact word. If you were to give a logical answer, right? Okay, with a synonym, right? Okay, or anything, right? Okay, is it acceptable? Example, right? Okay, 37. It's little wonder that most Asian are obsessed with food. Asian food is so, guys, when we talk about food, right? When we talk about food, right? Okay, when we talk about food, what words we normally use, okay, to describe the food? Okay, can you all type in the chat box, right? Okay, can you all type in the chat box how you will describe food? Let's say you guys go to, like a restaurant and you had food, right? Delicious. Yeah, other than delicious, only delicious. All right. Yeah, delicious, guess. Right. Okay. Tasty, wonderful, marvelous, mouth-watering, scrumptious, right? Fantastic, yummy. Yeah, correct. Okay. We all know. So some student asked me this question. Is it possible if you couldn't find the particular what you call the answer that we are looking for, if we give this kind of answer, is it acceptable? Well, it is not acceptable. Okay, it's not acceptable. Okay, why? This is not a guessing, question where they ask you to guess on your own. The information is there. It's just that, all right, it's just that if you were to give more than 2 answers, it's possible, but it should be related. How? Okay, let's take a look at this one. Okay, here, the keyword here is food, right, guys? The keyword here is food, right? Okay, all right. Go to that particular text. Go to that particular text. Okay, focus on food. Focus on food, right? Okay, look at this one. The food was absolutely wonderful. Okay, you underline that. You underline that. Wonderful. Okay, the food was absolutely wonderful. Okay, underline that, right? Okay. Right, okay. Yanlo was talking about, right, okay. Is he talking about food, right? Okay. Nah, right, okay, nothing. Right. I visited Gallo restaurant. We were celebrating one tennis tournament, right? Okay, he, right. We had a delightful waitress, nah, right? Okay, nothing, right? Okay. D, Thank you so much for taking such a wonderful care of our family during, right? Okay. Right. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. We thought a gesture to have my news on. It was delicious. Right. Okay. Yeah. They were talking about the food, right? They were talking about the food. Okay. Delicious. Okay. Good. Underline delicious. All right. All the good reviews. Okay. Tropical true. The friendliness of the staff. Right. Okay. Fine. Right. Okay. Yeah. Again, you see E. Food was delicious. Okay. Food was delicious. Underline again. Right. Okay. So please give me a thanks. Okay. Okay. Here. Can you see the word there? Food was spectacular. Food was spectacular. Right. Okay. Underline that. Okay. Underline that. All right. So now you have wonderful, you have spectacular, you have what is another one? Wonderful, delicious. All right. Okay. So if you guys give, what do you call answer, right? Okay. Delicious, acceptable. If you give answer wonderful, teacher, is it acceptable? All right. Okay. So the answer I've given here is delicious. But if you're asking, teacher, we found 3, yeah. Is it acceptable? Yeah. If you put wonderful, if you put spectacular. But if you guys put like what you guys have given here, right? Okay. Yummy, mouth-watering, attractive, crispy, savory, right? Okay. Scrumptious, right? Okay. Is it acceptable? No. But teacher, is the same meaning. Yeah, I understand that. All right. I understand that. But it's not acceptable. All right. Okay. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Right. So basically, what you need to do here is you have to find that particular keyword they are looking for, and you need to go there, and if you find more than one option, if you give that option but it's related to that food, because in this case, food is so delicious, food is so wonderful, food is so spectacular, they accept. But if you give something else, then they will not accept. Okay. All right. So guys, clear? You guys are clear with this particular last section? Right? It is information transfer, but you have to be clever on this one. You see, don't think that you want to give your synonym, because you see, some students, they think wrong. They think, oh, they need to give their own word. They think they need to give their own word, right? There was a misunderstanding, right? Some students, they think that, oh, teacher, we thought that we have to come up with our own word. No. The words are there, right? Okay, in that particular, the reviews you saw, right? Okay, it's just that you need to go and find. There could be more than 2 or 1 words. Sometimes you will say, oh, I didn't find the word, but it's require you to skim and scan, right? Especially scanning is used here, right? Okay, you have to scan, right? Okay, then only you can find the answer. All right. Okay. All right, guys. So we are done, basically done with what do you call paper 1, right? We are done with paper 1. All right. So I hope you guys are all clear with from part 1 to part 5. All right. Okay. So next week, right, we will fully focus on writing paper 2. So we are done with paper 1. So like it took 2 weeks, but that's what I want, right? Okay, I don't want to rush into things. I want to make sure that you guys get the thing clearly, so that you guys are clear, right? Okay, so that's one thing, right? Okay, so any question, guys, about this paper 1? You still have any problem? Anything? Nothing, huh? No question, huh? All right. Okay. If that's the thing, right? Okay, thank you so much. All right. Okay, thank you for sitting through for extra 10 minutes. All right, I'm sorry for exceeding the time. It's just that I don't want to drag this, to next week, right? That's why, right? Okay, so welcome. Take care. Take a good care of yourself. Stay safe, and we will meet next week. In between, I will try to give the notes on these tenses to you guys. Right? Okay, somehow, right? Okay, you guys can take the notes, and until we see next week. All right, bye bye. Take care.
Thank you for Mr. Kumaran. Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank you
attendance
so much,
also.
Mr. Sung Cheng, as well. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hey, we'll see you guys on the next class revision.
All right.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care.